In the previous video, we talked about kikokushijo, which is the word used to label Japanese people who have lived abroad in their childhood. As non-returnees, we compared them to us who studied English mainly in Japan. Now the conversation is shifting towards our cultural identities. But you like cultural aspect of the Western, I guess, culture. I'm just saying culture a lot. You like watching English-speaking YouTubers a lot and then things like that. Does that help?
Yeah,
think so?
because growing up, I always felt I was different. But in Japan, you don't want to be different from everybody. You want to be same as everyone. So that really made me doubt why I feel like I want to be different from everyone. But when I studied English, it was okay to be different, and it actually was more
Positive
thing when you want to be different. It's like individualism thing. So from there, I kind of try to learn different cultures so that I can be more myself. And Okay, what about you?
Yeah, I think I have more mixed feelings about cultural identity, and I'm still sometimes confused because a lot of my close friends in Japan are more Japanese in terms of mindset, but I also have a great group of friends who I still keep in touch with in Canada, and then I have a family in Portland, Oregon too. So I sometimes feel like I'm like a split two persons in one body. So I like Japanese culture too. I listen to Japanese pop songs and stuff like that. But I still watch Netflix a lot. And then I don't know. I'm kind of lost in that sense.
So have you ever experienced identity crisis?
Yes.
When did it happen?
That was right before I started doing job hunting. So job hunting is a season for all the university students in Japan to start looking for jobs and applying for jobs. It is usually at the same time. This is very different from Western culture, I think.
Right.
So
Before graduation, right?
Before graduation, so the fourth year of university, you usually spend a lot of your time trying to land a job. And when I was doing that, I felt like maybe there's no point for me trying to work so hard to improve my language skills, like English skills. Because there's so many returnees, so many kikokushijo out there, and then international students are coming into Japan, and I'm just a pure Japanese trying to, make the best of what I have, but I will never be able to get to their level. So I didn't choose the industry that would require me to use English, and I went into construction industry as a result.
Very domestic.
Yeah, very domestic. I was called American. It's not a bad thing or anything, but they just thought I was too westernized as a Japanese person, so they just called me you're so American, so you would think that or something like that.
Wow. So that's when you were you weren't really sure about whether you're fit in Japan or.
Yeah, so I guess I ditched English back then. I decided, okay, no point of me studying English anymore. I'm just gonna quit. I'll just try to assimilate back into Japanese culture. That was my decision back then.
I think that thing happens a lot of people who study abroad.
Yeah, I think so.
And then also we only spend a year overseas, so it doesn't mean that we had to get a job there. We just can come back always, and we had to we have more opportunities in Japan.
Yeah, I think so. It would still be very hard with this language skills to land a job in North America or Europe, I think. Did you have any identity crisis?
I had it when I study abroad, during the studying abroad
really?
in the States. because the region I was in is Colorado, and then I think the school was 90% Caucasians, so I was definitely the minority.
Wow.
And especially I was international student, so I had the language barrier as well. So I was trying to be less Japanese, trying to be less international student, and I was watching people how they carry themselves or like act. So I just kind of imitate them, so that I can fool people that I'm like local there.
Oh yeah, we talked about some of the habits that you.
Yeah, like the habits.
Yeah,
that's why I picked those habits overseas.
That makes sense.
So because I was struggling with my identity, because I wanted to fit in, right?
Yeah.
But after coming back, same as you, like I was feeling like I don't belong in Japan. I don't fit in anymore because I picked up different like habits from overseas, and then I didn't really agree with the Japanese customs sometimes, and so I hear you. I had the identity crisis, and yeah.
How do you feel now? Like, do you feel okay about yourself with your language skills or like identity?
I think I can peace with it right now because I don't know about you, but whenever I speak English, I always have to think first, and then grammar, and then everything like, oh, is it natural to say this? Or
you always stutter a lot.
So yeah,
and then pause, and then think, and then look at weird places.
Oh,
that's me. But then
right. That's like because you're thinking.
Yeah.
And it doesn't come natural to us. It's difficult, but I realize I don't have to be like perfect or bilingual. I just can be like, I'm just good at English. That's it, and then try not to pressure myself too much. What about you?
That's nice. Yeah, I think you made a very great point. So right now, thanks to a lot of people that I met, I am able to use English as my occupation, and I teach English mainly to Japanese people who are at the beginner's level. If I hadn't studied English,
like kikokushijo.
Yeah, if I had just naturally picked up the language skills, I wouldn't have been able to teach English, break down how it works, and then make an explanation based off of how we studied English in Japanese education system or in curriculum.
Yeah.
Because I studied in the same way that my students did, I am able to be a relatable teacher, I guess. So in that sense, that was the main factor that I was able to make peace with my English skills and identity.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's all thanks to my students. Yeah. But I'm still working on it. I'm still working on my English skills, and then it's an everyday task for me.
Never ends.
Yeah. Yeah. So do you think are you glad that you continued studying English up until now? You've spent a lot of years of your lifetime.
Right?
Yeah, working on English too.
I think I'm really glad.
Oh, that's nice.
There are like so many things going on in this world, and then if I didn't know any English, I wouldn't be able to know because they're so limited.
Yes.
The information is limited only if you can only understand Japanese. What about you? Are you glad that you continue studying English?
Yeah, I think so. Now that I have a great job as a teacher, and then also being able to help some foreign startups to grow in Japan market because of the language skills, I think I'm glad that I get to utilize my skills and all the hard work I did in the past into something greater. So yeah, I think I'm finally happy with my English skills.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And this is a challenge for us to just speaking in English.
Right, and putting up in the internet.
Yes. So anyone in the world can see We know our English isn't perfect, and we apologize. Well, I shouldn't apologize. This is very Japanese style. すいません for not being able to sometimes speak clearly or make some grammatical mistakes or word choices. But we are trying to improve every video.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you know any, tips on how we can improve our English, please let us know.
Yes, leave your thoughts in the comment, please. We are very open-minded in a sense. Yeah.
You're very welcome.
Yes.
Any feedbacks.
Yes, please. And then if you'd like to support us, make more videos and become more fluent in English, please hit the like button and then subscribe. We'll be very encouraged and that will mean a lot to us. ありがとうございます。